Mr. TV Shark, what's going on, my friend? I'm one of your 6 subscribers, and I'll have to say I'm very entertained by your videos. I haven't been able to see all your videos. I wish I could. I like the fact that you're keeping up a good pace and you're keeping it interesting, and you always have good stuff to talk about. I noticed that you definitely, a little advice before I go into making a video response to your videos and the video content. First advice I have to give you is, in your tags, put in TV Shark. Put that in your tags. That way when people type and look for you, them say TV Shark. Another advice I can give is definitely find your target audience. My target audience is Jamaican, Caribbean people alike, and quite frankly, you could be in that audience too, no problem. Just start making more Jamaican content and this and that, and you know, if anything, we can schedule a little one-on-one meeting where we can talk about taking the Caribbean name further and what we can do and all that stuff. You know, I'd have people like you involved in it because obviously you have a lot to offer. With that being said, email people, talk to big people like me. I mean, I have a decent amount of subscribers. Get in contact with, you know, like Bunjan TV. I subscribe to them. Them always putting up videos. You know, Hype Williams, you can definitely, you know, talk to him and stuff, because it's like him have videos up there, but yet I don't see too many subscribers like what I'm dealing with. I don't even think people know how to subscribe and stuff like that. But that's, you know, we get in the door early. But in terms of your video content, I'm a very strong supporter of your message and what you're trying to say, because I feel the same way. When it comes to religion, and when it also comes to race and racism and so on and so forth. This is you. Well, hold on. This is you and me. You and me, there's a box in this world, right? Most of the people live inside this box, but you have people like me and other people that are outside the box. Everybody falling in line for the same snow cone. Fuck it, I want a bag juice. I'm gonna go in this line. You know what I mean? That's who we are. That's the type of person we are. I feel like you're a Sagittarius, but that's besides it. Before I go into what I have to say, I just want to say that man has a terrible habit of writing his own history. What I mean by that is, if me and you were to get into a fight, I'm not gonna run back to my family and say, oh, Mr. TV Shark boxed me over and then beat me up. No, I'm gonna go back to my family and say, yo, you think I'm bruised? Look how much I fuck up this guy right here. You know what I mean? Which means that it's man's selfish nature that causes us to have so many differences. Seriously, it's because a man is selfish. Them selfish. That's how we stay. Like, prime example, I'm a Christian. I'm a dire Christian. As a matter of fact, I'm going to die a Roman Catholic. I said it. I'm going to die a Roman Catholic because let me show you. I usually don't get too personable, but you know, I mean, you're a good guy and thing. This is my great grandfather's Bible, right? Well, not his Bible. This is his Sunday Mass, and if you can tell, it's got a whole bunch of notes and little post-its in it. God rest his soul. He died about last year, early last year. He died a Roman Catholic, and if he's not in heaven, I don't want to be in heaven. And I mean it. What I mean by that is, I don't think one religion is right. I think both Muhammad and Jesus point towards God. Personally, I know in John 3:16 it says, "I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one should go to the Father, whatever, but through me." You know what I mean? God so sent, whatever. God so loved the world, He sent His only begotten Son, and that's how I'm going to die. Believing that way. But I'm not going to condemn my Muslim brother, even though some parts of the Bible says to do that. I'm not going to condemn him and say I'm right, you're wrong, boo-hoo, whatever. I'm not. I refuse to. The same goes for race. I refuse to think I'm better than another man because I'm white, or if I was black, or if I was Indian, or if I was Chinese, or Asian. I refuse to say that, because no man is better than any other person. Some people are much more fortunate. I'm not one of the fortunate ones. I don't run around thinking I'm a rich man. I take the bus to work. You know, I had a car, and gas prices right now, the way they're going, I can't be bothered with that. But I'm going off the point. And I know a lot of Roman Catholics right now and a lot of Christians are saying, boy, Mr. Madwile Jamaican, why would you make such a bold comment against the church and Christian religion and what you believe in? And this is another reason why I'm not replying on my Madwile Jamaican name and I'm talking directly to you, because I want to open up the floor for debate. I say that comment because the 15th century, when Columbus came to the I make a comment like that because back in the 15th century, when Columbus came over on his ship, the Santa Maria, the Nina, and the Pinta, or whatever the fuck they want to call him, ship, I don't even remember fully. When they came to the Indies, the West Indies, and they found Indians in their search for gold. They were looking for gold, this precious metal that didn't mean a damn thing to these fucking Indians. And now I'm cursing. The gold didn't mean anything to these Indians, but to the Spanish it was worth so much money. So basically, their justification for enslaving, torturing, raping, and pretty much committing genocide on these Indians, these natives of the West Indies that already was there, that was their land, their justification for doing all this stuff was the fact that they weren't Christian. See, I'm serious. The fact that they weren't Christian and didn't believe in God, and because the way that I think it was a Carib, I'm not quite sure. I read a book called A Brief History on the Caribbean, and I'll be happy to read this part again and so I can comment more on it. But basically, to the Spanish, they were savage beasts that, because they were practicing certain arts of the way they felt they should live their life, to the Spanish it was sacrilegious. So they enslaved them and they worked them to death, and the diseases brought over killed anywhere between 1 million and 6 million Arawak Indians. Is that Christian like? Muslims, Jews, and Christians, they all believe in the 10 Commandments. And not anywhere in the 10 Commandments it says, thou shalt not kill everybody except this. Never once did it say that. And the reason why I'm saying this now is because imagine the mistakes that we're making today because of our ignorance. If we made those, Rome fell because they couldn't reproduce, because they had lead poisoning, and apparently the welfare, as a matter of fact it was welfare too that helped the fall of Rome, and lead poisoning and a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't read this stuff. I talked to a lot of people. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, we need more people like you, TV Shark, that is willing to challenge the norm, that is willing to stand up. I love people like you, because these are the same people that stand up for me. Whenever I made that joke about blackface and I painted up my face, people like you stood up for me and said, no, this is comedy right here. He's not being offensive, he's being funny, he's speaking his mind. People like you, and that is why I'm making this video right now, because of people like you, and the fact that I actually, oh shit, looks like my 10 minutes is up. I tell you what, I'm gonna post another video. Yeah, let me post a second part to this video, because I have a lot to tell you.